Jose. How are you? Hi, guys.
Marky.
Hi, everybody.
I appreciate
Happy
it.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much for coming down to see us.
Of course.
So we are just honored and touched beyond belief that you would choose us as one of your first options to come down here. We're so happy, and we hope that that some of the work that we do will inspire the work that this administration does. It's interesting. Right now, during COVID, we've been focused on food, and we're doing crazy amounts of food. 2.5 million meals we've already done. 1.4 million pounds of fresh produce in grocery bags that we've sent out throughout the city. $1 million that we've spent buying that produce from local farms. So this is economically affecting positively the rural communities. But what we've always been about is much more than food. Food has always been the tool that we use to strengthen bodies, empower minds, and build communities. And we've always been focused on putting ourselves out of the business of giving away food and into the business of training men and women to create food and work in restaurants like Jose's. And so that is needed even more, I think, now. One of the things that I think, Madam Vice President-elect, is that one of the silver linings of this dark cloud that we've seen is that more people now are understanding of and willing to listen to the message that we've been talking about for years and elevating this conversation, saying the reason we do what we do is not to feed people, is to cure the underlying cause of hunger and homelessness, and that's poverty. Right. And that's caused by the structural racism and systemic inequality that have existed in this country for years, and the work that is the work that we want to do to create opportunities. And some of those opportunities are represented by these beautiful men and women behind me. Our staff now is 180 folks. 57% of those are graduates of our culinary job training program. Right. These are individuals that have faced great barriers to employment, but now are working with living wage jobs, living wage benefits, and setting examples for what's possible for the business community around the country. So we are so grateful to be able to share some of that work with you, and we look forward to working with you in any way possible as practicing advocates for the next 8 years, and then maybe the next 8 years after that.
Well, time, Mike. Time.
I know. Let's just get through Thanksgiving, shall we?
Right. We'll take that.
But Mike, I want to thank you. We've had this conversation over the last couple of years at least. And you've invited Doug and me to come and see it, and Jose, all the work that you are doing around the globe. But it's good to be with you. We're looking at national numbers and to all of the leaders, thank you all. Thank you all. All of the leaders. It's so wonderful what you are doing. It's so wonderful. And I've been hearing about your work and your leadership and your courage and the gift that you are giving the community and our country. And so I wanted to come by in the season of Thanksgiving to thank you all also, because you guys are on the front line. You all are on the front line, and you're role models. You're showing what can be done, right? And you're showing the power of lifting other people up. I always say that you measure the strength of any human being. The measure of strength, the muscle, you want to see muscle? The measure of strength is based on who you lift up. That's the measure of strength, right? Not who you beat down, who you lift up. And you all know that. And what we're doing now, right now in our country, 1 in 6 families are describing their children being hungry. 1 in 5, the last number I saw, can't pay their rent.
But 1 in 3 children in this city are food insecure.
I know that. And so, and it's also about in the midst of COVID, we're all wearing our masks, right? We have the social distance. We can't see our full faces. We got to try and smile with our eyes, right? And people are feeling alone. So many people are feeling alone. And then, and on top of being food insecure. And so to do what you all are doing reminds people that they're not alone. And that's a great gift that you give as well. So Doug and I wanted to come by just to thank you all, everybody, for what you're doing, and for lifting everybody up.
Thank you.
Good to see you, man.
Doug, I can't tell you.
I've actually known this guy well over a decade, named Sparky. Mike
No,
Curtin.
these people don't know that, but yeah.
So he's such a
His
good.
nickname is Sparky.
He's
You guys know that?
one of the best people I know. So thank you for everything you're doing, and Chef, you're the best. Thank you for what you're doing
All
and
over
what
the
you're all
world,
doing,
literally
and
all over the world.
yeah, I traveled the country, and food insecurity was a big issue that I saw when I traveled all over the country. I saw the food lines. I went to the facilities all around the country. I know as I'm figuring out, the things I'm going to be passionate about, this is definitely one of them going forward. So thank you.
Doug.
We need you.
I'll be there.
We need all the help.
I'll be there.
And I know you will be guys there. World Central Kitchen, especially that exists really because I began as a 23-year-old boy volunteering here, next to men and women like them. I did everything, peeling potatoes, learning from people that were ex-convicts, so they came from the streets, people that got less opportunities than the ones I got.
Yeah.
And that's why I got in the one wagon of this Central Kitchen. I became chairman, all of the above. But what I saw happening in this institution, with the founder, Robert Egger, then followed by the amazing leadership of Mike, was amazing. Robert Egger told me when I was 23, told me that charity is always about the redemption of the giver,
Yes.
when charity should be about the liberation of the receiver. Just get that phrase, put it up above, and that's the mission of this Central Kitchen, what this man has been doing with all these people and the many people around America and the world right now, even under COVID, just stepping up and bringing a plate of food and showing hope. That's what's happening, and I know you know it.
But you see, the thing, I'll add to the charity piece. Because here's how I think about charity. It's the difference between charity and duty. Charity, I got a little extra, I'll help you out. Versus duty. Duty to your fellow human being. Right? You guys know that. Right? It's what we all should understand is the price that we pay for living on this earth. That we have a duty. And you guys know that. I'm preaching to the choir. You guys could be at home right now cooking for yourselves and your own families. But you're here out of a sense of duty to the community and to other people, and especially people who right now are in need. And that's an incredible thing you're doing. An incredible gift you're giving.
It has been an incredible gift for me this last 8 months to be able to come to work and to work with these folks who, every day, we're coming in 12,000, 10,000 meals, and never once is wringing hands, hanging heads, asking why. To say, no, this is a job, this is an important job, we have to do it. And the way they have done this work has just been stunning and inspirational. And it's been the blessing. I've been here 16 years, and this has been not one you wouldn't want to say this has been the best year, but in many ways it has. And it's taught us a lot, just like you're saying. We can't wait to show off what we've learned in a better way when we take off our mask and really show you around. Especially that we're going to move into a new space at the end of next year or the year after at River Point. 36,000 beautiful square feet. And we are going to become an amazing food hub for sustainability, jobs, empowerment, opportunity, innovation. And we can't wait for you to be part of that as well.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Well, on behalf of all the people that you all inspire, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I thank you. And we like to, there's a bakery that's run by former veterans, people who have served, many of whom came back and were homeless, jobless, and it's called Dog Tag Bakery. So we brought you all some cookies. They're individually wrapped, so we'll be safe, but just as a thanks. So we'll leave them here for you.
Yep.
But, and everybody's doing okay?
Yeah.
You doing okay?
That bakery functions very much like this is Central Kitchen.
Yeah,
Hats
exactly.
and DC Central Kitchen masks too, and I have some T-shirts I'll give to Carly and
Okay.
you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Be well. Take care. And thank you again.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you
Good to
so
see
much,
you, man.
It's great seeing you. Congratulations
I
again.
just
This is
came back from
amazing.
Honduras and Guatemala.
I know, I
Great
read it.
time.
I'm going to Colombia. I spoke to President Pineda
Good.
in the
I
island.
still have my
We already are doing
official
6,000
camera.
meals a day. You're in the United, but we are I have just finishing
So you guys-
is very
Yeah,
holistic.
yeah.
If one or two it's a very is this 27 years of thinking, okay, I don't know anything about
I
anything,
feel like
but
this is
I would love to
if
work
we
with
can
you.
bring all these people,
Look at what we did with our bill, right? We can do this and do it in a bipartisan way.
that's what America wants, and you know it.
I agree.
I'm so proud of you. And it's so amazing. Don't stop cooking, okay?
I'm not.
Hello?
I'm cooking.
No, don't stop cooking,
I'm
okay?
not gonna ever stop
And
cooking.
keep sharing recipes.
I love to cook.
Keep sharing
I
recipes.
love to cook. I love to cook. So that's why I just love you guys.
She publishes recipes on her Twitter account.
Yeah, I got my own recipes.
As the vice president-elect.
Like my cornbread dressing recipe.
Okay.
So good.
Gotta send some to us.
Okay, you know what? This year we had to really skip because I usually cook for the whole family. I have 2 turkeys. This year we just have these little things because everybody's got to be safe. So I'm trying to figure out how to scale down my cornbread recipe because I usually make it for a lot of people. We may have leftovers. If we do, I'll bring them by.
Well, if you need any extra ingredient,
Okay,
let us know.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
No.
Okay.
Guys, we're gonna just take one quick question.
I know you're going to work hard the next 4 years. So.
Folks here, go ahead,
The
Al.
work, I know you've been already working.
Said
but-
this morning that you had made contact with Republicans on the Hill. Does that include Leader McConnell?
I can't speak directly to that, but I will tell you that it has been the priority for the president-elect and me from the beginning that we intend to and will work across the aisle to deal with these most intractable issues that are affecting people regardless of who they voted for in the election. And I can tell you that the president-elect and I take that very seriously. I'm here to talk with folks who are feeding the hungry. You may have heard me say 1 in 6 families in America is describing their children as being hungry. 1 in 5 are describing an inability to pay rent. These are real issues, and the folks that we are talking about, whoever they voted for, deserve to have leadership that sees them through the lens of the life they are living, regardless of their party affiliation. And we feel very strongly about that.
Have you spoken with Vice President Pence?
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks,
Not yet.
But you would speak with him in
One
the
more thing.
Senate.
Have you spoken with Governor
Thank
Dean
you.
about your replacement?
Thank you.